The sword and shield is a weird weapon for me. It feels like I'm not doing enough damage to the monster, but eventually I got used to it and learned how to properly deal damage with this weapon. So once again, I'll be giving you guys just the 5 tips needed for using this weapon, where the last tip will be about skills that I would recommend using. Hey guys, my name is Short Devil, and once again I do stream on Twitch. Just like always, the link is in the description below. You can see me doing stupid things, talking about anime as well. So be sure to check me out there. And also to make sure to follow me on Twitter, because Twitch is weird with its live notifications. So be sure to, check me out on Twitter to see whenever I go live or some other channel updates. Once again, before I start talking about these 5 tips, these tips are catered towards the new players of Monster Hunter. So if you just picked up the game, you want to use this weapon, this is for you. For you veteran players or advanced players, you could stick around if you want. Maybe you want some tips on it, but I'm sure you know what you're doing. Now the first tip that I can give you sword and shield users is to stick close to the monster and apply constant damage. Now I'm sure you know, just by even just picking up the weapon or just using it a few times in the training area, this weapon's range is extremely short. So just make sure to always stick close to the monster. You also have a shield to block out any attacks that the monster may do, so just make full use of it. Although this shield isn't as great as the shields that you would find on a lance or gun lance, so don't be expecting to tank hits with this shield. It's just there to block out a single attack, quickly get out the way of another one, and just continue on your way of either damaging the monster or heal yourself up. This weapon also has some infinite combos, so just by dodging out the way or changing the direction of your attack, you can constantly keep hitting the monster, applying either status effect or constantly causing some damage. The second tip is to make use of the advancing slash. Now that's the attack when your character lunges forward to attack the monster. This attack is extremely useful for closing the distance between you and the monster, and it also can be used in some other ways. For example, if you use this attack against a runnable wall, you'll be able to do the Helm Breaker attack, which constantly damages the monster on your way down, and also causes mountain damage, allowing you to mount the monster. Another great usage of this attack is to use it against a ledge. Whether you're on the bottom of the ledge or on top of the ledge, both of them are very good because it allows you to cause mountain damage. And I also like to use it whenever I'm above the ledge, because it feels like it increases the, lunge distance of this attack. But I think it doesn't actually do that, but it feels like it, right? The third tip is to make use of the backstep attack. Now this attack can be done after you've done an attack, and then you pull back your stick, press the B button or circle button if you're on PlayStation, and then your character will jump forward and attack and jump up into the air. And once you're in the air, you're left with one of the 2 attacks. You can either attack with your sword or you can attack with your shield. If you attack with the sword, you'll be able to apply mountain damage, once again allowing you to mount the monster. Whereas if you were to attack with the shield, you'll be able to apply some stun damage. So this will eventually knock out the monster, and then you can just, go in for the attack, right? The next tip is to make full use of this weapon's strongest attack, which is called the Perfect Rush. Now this move was added in from Iceborne, so I'm not too sure if it applies if you don't have Iceborne DLC. This can only be done after you've performed the back step, and instead of just letting go and just going on with the attack, if you press the Y or triangle button, that's when you'll be able to do the leap and slash. Now the Perfect Rush will attack the monster multiple times, but if you time your inputs, you'll be able to maximize the damage of this attack. The best way to know the timing of your button inputs is to take a look at your counter. Whenever he goes red, press the Y or triangle button, or if you have vibration on with your controller, then you just need to press the button when your controller vibrates. But that's if you have or are using a controller, because if you're on PC, then obviously there's no vibration. You're just gonna have to look at your character glow red. And here we are at the last tip, which is skills that I would recommend using. Now, I'm not trying to say that you definitely need to have these skills. I'm just saying that you could possibly take a look into them for your builds. Now, one of them is guard. As I said, the shield on this weapon isn't as great as it is compared to a lance shield or a gun lance shield. So having guard on will increase the effectiveness of your shield. Maximum might is another skill I would look into, because majority of the times you're using this weapon, it doesn't really consume stamina. So maximum might could be a good choice for having it on your build for this weapon. The critical draw skill is another good one, because you can easily sheath back this weapon, and also its draw attack is pretty good. It is the advanced in slash, allowing you to close the distance between the monster. So that's a pretty good skill to have. Another skill is the punch and draw, which you need to have 2 armor pieces of barrier. Now this skill adds a stun effect to your draw attacks and slightly increases the attack power, which is pretty good because, as I said, the draw attack on this weapon is the advanced in slash, once again allowing you to close the distance between the monster. And lastly, a recent addition to Monster Hunter World is the Frostfang Absolute Art. Now this skill can only be obtained by getting the Frostfang armor, which I'm sure you need to have Iceborne for, because that monster's part of Iceborne. Having 1 piece of the Frostfang armor can give you the punch and draw skill, as I've already discussed, and it can also get you the Slugger secret, but you need to have 3 of the Frostfang armor piece to get that skill. As you can see, the Slugger secret raises the maximum level of the Slugger skill, which basically increases the chances of you KOing a monster. And that's all I have for the sword and shield. Now, I may have kept this video short, and it's only because I wanted you guys to get as much information as you need for using the sword and shield. Now, I hope you guys found this video useful. Give it a like if you did, and subscribe to the channel for more helpful videos. And also, to make sure to follow me on Twitch, the link is in the description below, where you can talk to me live and I guess see me doing some dumb stuff every now and then. And also to make sure to follow me on Twitter. That's where you get to see my clever tweets, right? Or I guess you get to see some channel updates there as well. Thank you guys for watching, and I shall see you later. Just came here with believe it, and I'm just like, are you kidding me? Are you what? You kidding me with that? Who says that?